30 minutes down and 10 to go in Greenville. Georgia leads Auburn 47-35 after 3 quarters of action. Chris Affolter back in the network studios for a quick scoreboard hit. Still nothing going in the SEC as we await the opening tap between Kentucky and Alabama. That's coming up shortly after this contest. So let's head over to the top 25. It's 10-point lead for number 6 Stanford as they look to close out against Oregon. Score 70-60, 44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Less than a minute to play in the third quarter of action in the ACC tournament. Number 18 North Carolina leads Clemson 53-46, 26 seconds left. 7:44 left in the first half of action in Murfreesboro. Number 24 Middle Tennessee has a 10-point lead over at North Texas. The score 23-13. JD, that's all I got, so I'll send it back to you.
Chris, you, sir, are the man. And here's the way the SEC tournament's set up. Chris has done a great job all night long, as always, of course, as Georgia leads Auburn 47-35 with the mighty LSU Tigers waiting on deck. Pretty incredible. LSU lost just once to South Carolina, which is undefeated. So the other half of the bracket, Arkansas play after us. The winner of that one gets the Lady Vol. Lady Dogs are 20-10 this year. Auburn 15-13. Tigers go Coulibaly, Richardson, Bostic, Scott Grayson, and Shaw. Georgia with Battles, Lewis, Nicholson, Bates, and Warren. So 10 minutes to go. It is a 12-point lead. And Battles doing some work with the uniform, tying it up. So Georgia with the ball. Lady Dogs lob it in. There's a foul on Shaw 1 second into the fourth quarter. Well, that's the quickest foul I've ever seen to start a period. So her third, and yes, the team's first. And she will come out of the game, and Duhan will check in. So they pressure the entry. Lady Dogs get it into Lewis, deep in rear court. Georgia only scored 9 points in the third quarter. Here's Battles on the left wing, but Georgia leads by a dozen. Nicholson picks up the dribble, looking for some help, hands it to Warren, who goes left. Warren with 12 to shoot. Lewis on the left wing. Lewis gets bumped, and there's a foul on Duhan. So Auburn with 2 fouls, 21 seconds into the quarter. It was 12-10 at the end of one, 38-25 at the half, 47-35 at the end of 3. So here's Diamond Battles set to throw it in. Gets it to Bates, who hands it back to Battles. Battles with her head up, going right. Has it knocked away momentarily. Gets it back to Bostic. She is quick. Good defender. 8 to shoot. Battles. 5 on the shot. Going right. It's Bostic. Heaves up an 18-footer. Rattles out. No good. Long rebound to Auburn's Duhan. Tigers down into forecourt. Auburn with Bostic. I mean, that circle. Big giant SEC logo. Here's Bostic cutting left with 14 to shoot. Top of the key, Duhan. Warren extending the defense. Richardson posting. Top of the key, Duhan. 7 to shoot. Honesty Scott Grayson, 4 on the shot clock. Top of the key, Coulibaly 3. Way off. Hit the backboard and then the front iron, but Auburn able to collect the offensive rebound with Bostic. Honesty Scott Grayson in the left corner. Passes underneath to Coulibaly, who floats it up good and cuts Georgia's lead down to 10. Coulibaly now with 9. Here's Battles into forecourt on the right side. Battles going to drive, right baseline, misses in a charge. So Diamond picks up her third foul and Georgia's first of this fourth period. 8 minutes, 27 seconds to play. It's Georgia 47 and Auburn 37. Coulibaly takes the inbounds. Tigers bringing it down the right side with Bostic, who's got a seam. She drives Bates, blocks her shot, and fouls her. She is quick. Bates with her third and team foul number 2. So Bates and Battles out. Chapman and Brittany Smith back in. 2 free throws coming here for Bostic. 8 minutes, 18 seconds to go. Georgia 47, Auburn 37 in a grinder. Lady Dogs won 70-59 in Athens last Thursday. A lot of iron, but true. As Bostic hits the first, she's now 2 out of 3. Marshawn Bostic out of St. Louis. Second one on the way. Front iron, backboard, and through. So the lead back to 8. 47-39, Lady Dogs. Georgia down into forecourt with Lewis. On the right side, picks up her dribble. Bostic up on her, tight and tough, double team. Lewis falling down, gets it out to Warren, and Georgia wants a timeout. So the Lady Dogs will call a time. We'll take one as well. 8 minutes, 5 seconds to go. Fourth quarter. Georgia 47, Auburn 39 on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
I became a surrogate to make someone's dream of being a parent come true.
I became a surrogate to help create a family for those who otherwise might not be able to.
I became a surrogate because I've seen friends struggle with infertility and I wanted to help.
Women become surrogates for a variety of reasons, but they all have one thing in common. They are generous women who want to help others become parents. See how rewarding becoming a surrogate can be with Circle Surrogacy at circlesurrogacy.com/radio.
The time to set your small business up for success is now. If you're mailing or shipping anything, make sure you're using Stamps.com. Stamps.com gives you access to the USPS and UPS services you need right from your computer. They've got exclusive discounts and can tell you what your cheapest and fastest shipping options are. Sign up for Stamps.com today. Use code MUSIC for a 4-week trial, free postage, and a free digital scale. Stamps.com, code MUSIC.
Georgia 47 and Auburn 39 with 8 minutes and 5 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter. Auburn for the game shooting 34%, Georgia 40%. Tigers 5 of 18 on threes, Georgia 3 of 6. Auburn 6 of 8 from the line, Georgia 10 of 13. In the rebounding department, it is Georgia plus 8, 29-21. And the turnovers, they are right at even. Auburn has 17 and Georgia has 16. And just a grinders game here today. Shoot us a tweet wherever you're listening from at Jeff Danzlter TV. And Chris is not on Twitter, but his dad is. Thank you very much to Corey Gillen cheering on the Dogs. Getting ready for that Tech series this weekend too. So it'll be Foley Field, Russ Chandler Stadium, and then Coolray Field this weekend. The Lady Dogs and the Tigers still in their huddles. And here's the deal. The timeouts remaining. We got 3 for Auburn and a couple for Georgia. But there's not going to be another official timeout, so we won't go to 8 minutes and 5 seconds to go. And again, it has been here on Broadcasters Road just a nightmare for everybody trying to stay on the air. My buddy Roger Hoover from Alabama can't get connected at all. I might sell him my hotspot. Here's Chapman on the inbounds, nearly a backcourt violation. Chapman down the right side, guarded by Duhan. Chapman down the baseline, gets cut off, misses, and a foul. And Chapman hit her head pretty good, and this foul is going to be on Bostic. That'll be her first. So Chloe Chapman will shoot a pair. And Coach A about to check on Chloe. Yoshi Saito checking on her too. Could kind of hear the head hit there. Might have gotten the forehead. So Auburn retreating to its bench. And Chapman might have to come out of the game. Might have to sub in someone to shoot these free throws for her as she gets the cobwebs out. With the Lady Dogs leading Auburn 47-39. Chloe being helped to her feet now. Little woozy. Gets a pat on the back from her head coach. And again, Josh Rucci and Yoshi Saito out checking on her. So Diamond Battles will come in to shoot these free throws. 7:57 to go. It's Georgia 37 and Auburn 39. Battles at the stripe. She can give Georgia a double-digit lead again. It is up. No good. Off to the left. Diamond Battles with 14 points. Georgia's leading scorer. Battles ties up the shorts again. Second one up. Good. So Diamond now with 15, and she can get to that line. Georgia 48 and Auburn 39. As the Tigers come down into forecourt quickly with Marshawn Bostic on the right wing. Bostic, head of the key to Honesty Scott Grayson. Coulibaly at the foul line. Drops and drives. Throws up a wild runner in and out. No good. Rebound of Georgia's Audrey Warren. She goes long diagonal for Battles on the right wing. Battles goes Brittany Smith, right low block. She misses a little easy one. Gets her own miss. Misses that. Javin Nicholson. She'll score with the left hand. So Javin's got 9. It's Georgia 50 and Auburn 39. By the way, the age of me and my wife, 50 and 39. Here's Auburn with Bostic. And I don't know if Emily and Annalise are looking. They were clothes shopping tonight. 7:11 to go. Bostic to Coulibaly at the foul line. Bostic on the right wing to Honesty Scott Grayson. Bounces to the baseline. Hooks it into the left corner. Tigers trouble with a handle with Sanaya Wells. Gets loose, shoots from 8 and misses. Weak side rebound of Georgia's Javin Nicholson. Lady Dogs with the ball and an 11-point lead. Here's Lewis going to her right. Lobs at left wing. Warren from 18. Splash. Audrey Warren with 7. Her first point since the first quarter. And Auburn will call a timeout. We'll just keep this one right here. Lady Dogs up by 13. It is 52-39. Georgia's big lead was 16 at 32-16 in the second quarter. Great work by Chris Affolter back at Mission Control tonight. Lady Dogs less than 7 minutes away from moving on to the quarterfinals. And the way the tournament's set up, the top 4 seeds get a double bye into the quarters. The bottom 4 play in essentially a play-in round, 2 games on Wednesday. So bottom 4 teams would have to win 5 times to win the tournament title. And back in the day, it used to be a stretch to win 4, and Auburn did that once. And Texas A&M has won twice to get to the quarters, beating Vandy and Mississippi State. All right, here's Sydney Shaw. Georgia by 13, 6:38, 6:37 to go. Tigers with Bostic into forecourt to Shaw. Back to Bostic between the circles. Right wing to Shaw. Bostic between the circles. Tipped away by Lewis. Back to Bostic, who drives into the left corner for Duhan. 14 to shoot. They're taking a lot of time, too. Shaw out between the circles. Shaw goes to her right. Left corner, Duhan. 6 to shoot. 16-footer won't go. Rebound, Georgia on the boards with Nicholson, and it's touched out by Auburn. Bostic tries to sweep it away, but off the baseline, and it'll be Georgia ball as Coulibaly, after a brief blow, will check back in. 6 minutes and 13 seconds to go. Georgia 52, Auburn 39. Lady Dogs with Battles trying to get it in. Battles gets it for Lewis in rear court. Lewis bouncing down the right side. Lewis, a little trouble with the handle, picks up the dribble. Lewis pointing, goes Nicholson on the right wing. Right corner to Audrey Warren. Warren with 16 to shoot, goes left corner. Lewis, top of the key, Battles 3-ball. Yes! That's a dagger there. Georgia matches its biggest lead. Battles has got 18, and the Lady Dogs lead Auburn 55-39. 5 minutes and 45 seconds to go. Tigers with Bostic up at the head of the key. Georgia taking control, and she throws it right to Javin Nicholson. Lady Dogs on an 8-0 run. 55-39 the lead. Here's Battles driving left, stops and slams on the brakes. Brittany Smith, left baseline, pull up over Coulibaly, won't go. Long rebound to Georgia's Warren. Lewis out on the right wing. Georgia can work a little clock. Lewis, one step. Nicholson comes out high. Lewis drives, drops it off for Nicholson underneath, a triple team, and we got a jump ball. Possession arrow Auburn. Georgia took a lot of time off the clock there. All right. And not one of those situations where they could get a pick two, get out and run and score in transition. Big time run right here. 55-39. Georgia scored 8 straight. This is one of those spots Auburn might not be able to get to 55. So even if Georgia doesn't score anymore, you feel comfortable, but just don't want to commit a bunch of turnovers, and you got to make free throws. Battles, tips it away, loose ball out of bounds. Auburn will maintain possession. 4 minutes, 50 seconds to go. Zoisha Smith will return for Georgia. And Battles will sit. Georgia would like to maybe sit Battles the rest of this game and maybe rest those legs for these last 5 minutes. Here's Auburn with Sanaya Wells on the left wing now for Shaw. Left corner, Scott Grayson, 3, short. Rebound, Georgia at Audrey Warren. Lady Dogs back the other way. Warren into forecourt, down the left side. In traffic, tries to feed Nicholson. Tipped away, loose ball. Javin's got it underneath, and we got a jump. Possession arrow, Georgia with 19 to shoot and 4:28 to play. Alicia Lewis, 5 steals. Got 12 assists. Wow. Lewis doing a great job distributing the basketball. Lewis for Zoisha Smith. Left low block, missed it, and that would have been another one right there. So here's Auburn on the boards with Wells. Gets it out deep on the left wing now to Shaw. Left corner to Honesty, Scott Grayson. Right wing to Wells. Top of the key, Shaw 3 won't go. Rebound tipped out of bounds to Auburn, so the Tigers will keep it. Lewis's career best in assist was 8 against Mississippi State. So here's Auburn. Big hello to Katie Fry Buckholtz dialing us in, and there's a foul on Lewis. And that's the type of thing you don't want to do there, and that's Georgia's 3rd foul. Georgia by a bunch. Lady Dogs just dominant defensively. Here's Auburn up at the head of the key with Shaw. We're near the 4-minute mark. Left corner. Honestly, Scott Grayson backs it out. Sanaya Wells drives to her right. Right wing back for Shaw. Goes down the baseline. 10-footer right side. Won't go. Rebound, Brittany Smith of Georgia just reaching back with her left arm and pulling it in. And Auburn is about to have its season come to an end. And there's another foul on Auburn. This is going to be on Sydney Shaw. That is her 4th. So Auburn in a scoring drought of 4 minutes and 39 seconds. And we wait. They're going to have to wipe the floor up. As Roy Gilbeyond, the lead official, gets to work. Yeah, this Auburn team, they really have to have Coulibaly and Honesty Scott Grayson both scoring to have a crack to win. Lewis on the right baseline. Lewis lobs it out for Bates up at the head of the key, guarded by Precious Johnson. Bates gets it back for Lewis near midcourt. Lewis with a crossover, goes left, crosses over again. Lewis with 8 to shoot. Lewis tucks down and pulls it out. Bates up at the head of the key. Warren right wing 3. Air ball, rebound, Honesty Scott Grayson. Here's Auburn going long for Coulibaly down the right side. A walk or a foul? That's going to be a foul on Georgia on the catch on Audrey Warren. That is her 2nd, team foul number 4. And they're going to say that was in the act of shooting. Coulibaly smooth with that one. She'll step to the line. Aisha Coulibaly averages over 16 a game. Hits the first, and she's into double figures with 10. Again, had 20 against Georgia last week. 3:17 to go. Georgia 55, Auburn 40. That scoring drought right at 4 minutes for the Tigers. Coulibaly trains the second one. She's got 11. So the Lady Dogs lead is 55-41. Lewis trying to get it in. Bounces it to Warren in the lane in rear court. And now Lewis will bring it down the right side. Hounded by Auburn's Sanaya Wells, who wears number 2. And Georgia turns it over. Tigers on the run. Honesty Scott Grayson misses underneath. Coulibaly with a rebound. She scores on the left low block. So Coulibaly now with 13. Audrey Warren, by the way, some good board work. She's got 7 rebounds. We're having trouble getting it in. Warren lobs it in. Zoisha Smith in the back corner just touches it back to Warren. Now to Lewis down the right side. Lewis has it poked away from behind. Honesty Scott Grayson right into the hands of Precious Johnson. And now here comes Auburn trying to make Georgia a little nervous. It's 55-43. Sanaya Wells left wing with 2.5 minutes to go. Wells going to her right. 15 to shoot. Coulibaly out high. Coulibaly on the left wing now to Duhan. And Auburn calls time, I think. Billy Smith asks. Well, he just blew his whistle. Why did they just stop the game? Duhan in for Wells. I don't know what that was. There's 7 to shoot. Auburn down the left baseline. Wells in trouble. 4 seconds to shoot. Coulibaly from 30. No good. Back iron. That hits the shot clock, and it'll be Georgia ball. So Auburn down a dozen has a shot clock violation. Nearly. But officially that'll go down as a miss and then off the backboard. Audrey Warren with a season high in rebounds for the Lady Dogs. So here's Lewis. Georgia leading by 12. For Brittany Smith in rear court. Now back for Lewis with her head up. A lob ahead for Warren into forecourt. Warren with a wrap on the right wrist. She's had a couple of injuries this year. Warren at the foul line stops. Good pass. Brittany Smith scores on the left low block. Brittany Smith with 10. Second Lady Dog into double figures. And a couple sitting there with 9 and 7. Tigers with 108 seconds to go. Now they'll call time with Georgia leading 57-43. And the Lady Dogs will get Amaya Evans into the lineup. Minute 48. So Amaya Evans in. Most assists in an SEC tournament game for Georgia since Teresa Edwards against Auburn in 1984. That is incredible. Great job, Trey Littlefield. Auburn working it out on the left wing. They're just chewing up clock, down by 14. Right wing, a fake from Shaw, scores from 16. But again, they took a lot of time, and we got a whistle. See if this is a reach or the timeout. A timeout called by Georgia before the reach was called. So 14, the school record for assists in a game. And Alicia Lewis with 12. There's a minute 28 to go. Coach Abe calls time. Damari Flournoy will check into the lineup. Georgia 57 and Auburn 45. Lady Dogs by a dozen. So Alicia Lewis with 12 assists. And Georgia really spreading the wealth today. She scored 3 points. Minute 28 to go. Lewis, Flournoy, Bates, Evans, and Zoisha Smith. Lady Hardman against Georgia State in 1992, the school record. Way to go, Trey Littlefield. And here's Flournoy looking to get it in. And does so to Lewis in rear court. Georgia by 12. Lewis bouncing through the center jump circle, guarded by Sanaya Wells. Now bouncing in the center jump circle. 17 to shoot. Lewis drives, floats, and scores off the window. Lewis now with 5 points. And the lead is 14. Georgia going to win this one. Minute 6, minute 5 to go. Tigers drive it out high. Honesty Scott Grayson, right corner 3. Sydney Shaw missed it. Long rebound. Zoisha Smith has it. It's tipped away out of bounds to Georgia. 57 seconds to go. Lady Dogs lead 59-45. They get a foul on that? I think they did. I love it. 59 against Auburn. Of course, the famous 14-13 victory over the Tigers. And they do indeed get a foul on the play, Auburn's fifth. I think they get Scott Grayson for that one. We never got a signal or an announcement. But we just line for Georgia. Chance to add to the tally with the Lady Dogs leading 59-45. Zoisha Smith up and in at 60-45. She's got 5, and Smith can be a difference maker. Second one up, no good. Rebound touched out off of Auburn. Precious Johnson touched it last. Oh, my God, are they going to go to the monitor with 56 seconds in a 15-point game? This is bad for basketball. It's 60-45, and they're going to the monitor with 56 seconds. Faithful listeners, prepare for a diatribe. I get it if it's a 2-point game. Just go with the original call here. Good gracious. Georgia leading by 15. The great road dog Adam Gillespie's got us dialed in. And hopefully Madison and Rachel are with him. Unbelievable. There is 56 seconds showing on the clock in a 15-point game. Well, got to make sure we get this right with the official observers. 3 words, pace of play. It's amazing we used to play basketball without going to the monitor, but they've now gone to it again. 60-45. Alicia Lewis with 12 assists for Georgia today. And they are still looking, and as usual, they stick with the original call. And Miriam, you're right. That's back when Georgia State's gym was on the 4th floor. Really had a hard time getting on the air there one time. Here's Lewis right baseline, and Coach said he was looking for a good excuse not to go back there, and that was it. Flournoy with 54 and 17 on the clocks. Georgia 60 and Auburn 45. Flournoy wants to drive left of the circle, up for Amaya Evans, tipped away, but she gets it back. 6 to shoot. Evans with the screen for Flournoy. Hands it back for Lewis. Fade away 3. Right wing good. And she hangs the net. Wow, that'll put the finishing touches on it. What a shot from Alicia Lewis. She's got 8. And a record-setting day for assists. Left corner 3, Sydney Shaw with 25 seconds. No good, out of bounds to Auburn as Zoisha Smith hops over the Tiger Paws, the Auburn cheerleaders. I don't think anyone else has noticed the net down here. I don't think anybody cares. Here's Wells inbounding to Shaw. I doubt George will be shooting again. And we have a whistle. Do we have a double foul? Roy Gilby on. Yes, we do. A double foul with 22.7. So that'll be a jump ball, possession arrow, Auburn. Precious Johnson and Mallory Bates, both with their 4th fouls. 22 and 14 on the clocks. Here's Wells on the inbounds. Wells on the right side. Koulibaly at the foul line. Left corner 3. Duhan, it's good with 16 seconds. And that makes it, they just give her a 2. Thank you very much. So that makes it 63-49. Georgia will walk her down the floor. Here's Zoisha Smith into forecourt. Smith, as Georgia can dribble out the clock. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Lewis will miss a layup at the buzzer, and that's the ball game. The Lady Dogs have defeated Auburn, and Georgia will advance to the quarterfinals of the SEC tournament here in Greenville, South Carolina, taking on the mighty LSU Tigers. 63-47 the final. Georgia winner here tonight. And we'll have a chat with Coach Tani when we return right here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.